Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another casted game for Age of Empires 4 on good old dry Arabia. And today in the south corner of the map, we've got Corvin playing in green, who is also known as Szalami. Everyone knows him as Szalami, so we'll be calling him Szalami today. And in the northeast corner of the map, a man who needs no introduction is DBee playing in blue as the Mongols. Interesting matchup. HRE, often incredibly difficult to deal with unless you're very aggressive. And what better civ to be aggressive with than the Mongols? And in the hands of DBee, this could become very aggressive very quickly. Now, with the Mongols, with the new patch, they do have a Gur which kind of acts as a scout nowadays. There's the Khan, and the Gur is here collecting sheep as a scout. It's pretty cool that they can collect sheep, and it's going to be making its way back to the town centre. And the critical thing about the Gur is that it quickens the feudal age up a little bit for the Mongols. Often they'd start off with an outpost rush, which has been nerfed in some ways in terms of build speed of the outposts, but the Gur will help them gather that gold to get up to the feudal age a little bit quicker. That 50 wood is saved, and also the build time for that Gur would be saved as well. The Holy Roman Empire, as we know, incredibly strong economy in the, well, right from the Dark Age really. The Prelate inspires his villagers to gather resources 40% faster. That's an insane economy. With the scout bringing back the sheep, that's plenty of food to nibble into for these villagers. 3 villagers and gold. We shall see how Szalami plays this one. Often, actually to be fair, the Holy Roman Empire can be pretty flexible these days. We often see them going for a fast castle, but there's nothing that stops them to go for a heavy feudal age. And going for heavy feudal age can be, you know, pretty strong, especially with the economy behind this. That is passively working, as you can see right now, with the inspiration of the villagers. Ovu going very close to the town centre being put on the wood line, and that Gur, as you can see, lots of villagers on gold. It could be a fast castle. I mean, with 7 villagers on gold, it's hard to anticipate anything else happening unless he's going for lots of the upgrades. We'll have to keep an eye on this, and it might just be a super fast feudal age. Looks like they're going to send 4 villagers to build the deer stones. It might not be castle age really, actually, just saturating the gold just to get that feudal age time. And does still have 3 villagers remaining on that gold. We'll be able to afford wheelbarrow should he wish to do so. And we can see the Aachen chapel going up in a very nice spot, working alongside the wood. No lumber camp needing to be invested here for the Holy Roman Empire, played by Szalami today. And it will be inspiring the berries and also the villagers on sheep here in the corner of the town centre. The gold villagers will have to do without their inspiration though, although getting a second prelate isn't unheard of in the feudal age for the Holy Roman Empire, just to make sure the whole economy is being inspired. A lot of sheep with the Khan there, that's certainly going to help the economy for DBee. Will reduce the, well, prolong the time that he can delay his farm or pasture building rather. And we can see the Khan is on his movement again. He's done the maneuver arrow, going to be moving extra fast to get around the map. Alright, DBee is going to be behind a little bit to the feudal age. The Holy Roman Empire benefiting from that crazy economy early on to get up to the feudal age in under 4 minutes. He will be there shortly, and decent number of villagers onward here, 7 for Szalami. Do not see any production buildings just yet, so DBee might be looking to the castle age. We'll need to see it. No, he won't be. He'll be pulling the villagers off of gold. 2 wood. It might be a 2 town centre play because he's got a heck of a lot of villagers on wood at the moment. 10 villagers, 11 villagers. There is the deer stones. Could be catching his opponent out with that second town centre. Looking to get the economy rocking and rolling. In fact, yeah, it will be second town centre. That's the only way I can justify 15 villagers on wood at the moment. 4 villagers on food just to maintain the town centre production. And he is double producing villagers using the Ovu. So he's really pumping out the economy, trying to match the economy or the Holy Roman Empire at the moment. And so DBee will have extra villagers because he's been double producing. Got 2 more villagers, but of course the 40% buffering of these villagers are pretty crazy. Okay, a couple of villagers now dropping down an archery range, a double archery range. The double archery range is the play, just in case his opponent goes for man-at-arms. It's a stable that comes out on the field for Szalami, so production building wise, looks like Szalami is a little bit better set up, of course, with horsemen countering archers. And a couple of... wow, hang on a minute. Okay, it's a barracks. So it's barracks and archery range. Going down for DBee. Certainly that barracks will be needed. I suspect he probably saw the stable. That's a lot of villagers on wood. Let's just take a look at the wood count here for DBee. Wait, where did all that wood go? I guess it's just popping down all the production buildings. It's costing him a lot of wood. And not been able to queue very much up just yet. Sending 2 villagers forward to get an outpost on the relic. Of course, the Holy Roman Empire can have a very fast castle age time to get those relics. Being put on the wood line just to make things a bit more efficient. So it's not a second town centre. I take it back. Not just yet anyway. He is getting a lot of military on the field. Or at least set up to do so. Villagers being harassed by 2 scouts. There will be a couple of spearmen on the field coming out soon from the barracks, double producing next to the Ovu. Those spearmen will certainly help him get that outpost up, and the Khan is going to be under pressure here from the horsemen. That's a bit of a problem because the horsemen will be able to catch up to the Khan, and so you get the feeling the horsemen will kill that Khan, just a matter of time. And here come the spearmen, pushing their scouts away. A few more villagers being sent out to the outpost again. He needs to get control of those relics. Yep, Khan being hounded down by the horsemen. Tries to turn and fight, but the Khan will go down. The horseman does his work. Quite a few archers popping on the field as well. Army building up now. You can see both archery ranges working. Spearmen on hold for now. Ooh, the ball was aggroed there. I'm not sure if that was intentional. 2 more villagers going out towards maybe outposting another relic. That is indeed the case. Now the fantastic thing about the Mongols is that they passively generate stone from the Ovu. And this means that they can get the arrow slits upgrade relatively well, as long as they have enough gold to do so. Villagers having to head back because there is a horseman and a scout and 2 archers. Archers firing against each other. This is going to be a big micro battle. Weak archers being pulled back by Szalami. Spearmen coming into play to take care of the horseman and scout. And looks like overall 3DB has a better army composition, although there is a horseman there cycling through to the archers. Got to be careful not to lose those archers. Those were critical, but Szalami loses his horseman and his scout, and now the spearmen are going to get in position. Army groups up together. And the archer numbers are starting to build up for Szalami. Has the defender's advantage. Might be able to take out one of the spearmen, which is not what 3DB wants, but this buys some precious time to get that outpost up in a very critical position. The central outpost is going up as well, 2 villagers. Still a couple more relics up for grabs and unprotected. Ooh, a spearman does get taken out for 3DB, and that's the problem. Does get one more hit on the horseman. That's going to be critical, but does lose the spearman in the end. Wolf getting on the action. 3DB will want to micro this down and try and get rid of the horseman if he can. And just the sheer production is looking very nice for 3DB though. 2 spearmen, 5 archers still alive. The archer will be microed down. 2 villagers being brought back into the fight as well. Probably has to head back home with those. Spearmen are bracing against the oncoming horseman. One does get taken down though. And just looks like the production capabilities for 3DB just a little bit better here. This is certainly a big micro fest, but we can see the spearmen are starting to dwindle here for 3DB. And that's a problem because the horsemen are going to start to take over. 1 villager does die there. Another 2 villagers being brought into the mix. I'm not sure why those villagers are being brought out. Oh, okay, they're trying to rush out the outpost. I'm surprised they didn't go up in the end. And this is a problem though, because 3DB is under a lot of pressure. 2 horsemen here doing a lot of damage. Just 1 spearman. There are 2 archers there for Szalami. And they get the feeling the outpost will go up in the end. Oh no, it might not. No, it will. It will indeed. Villagers will garrison inside. Spearman does get a good hit, but the archers for Szalami are going to micro down the spearman. That's going to become a problem, but he's fighting underneath the outpost, so some of the archers will go down. Holy smokes, this is really back and forth this game so far, but it's fun to watch, certainly. Micro skills being tested here. Now, looks like 3DB had to invest a lot into getting these outposts, though. It is necessary. He needs to try and delay the relics being picked up as much as possible. And now he might lose the Khan, because the horsemen are on the chase. The Khan has used the arrows. They can maneuver. He's going to actually just run towards the outpost. That could be a decent fight for him. And he's garrisoned inside the outpost though. He's going to get stuck and does go down. Khan dies for the 2nd time in the game. Horseman looking to torch down the outpost. Probably not wise moves. Might lose one of the 2 of the horsemen. And now it backs off. Now back at home. Plenty of gold for Szalami here. Starting to see those farms around the Aachen chapel. Holy smokes, there was a lot going on there. So 2 archery ranges, 2 stables for the Holy Roman Empire. At the moment, nothing else added production-wise for 3DB. Of course, he does have the ability to double produce, sending some villagers here towards the hunt. Facing a girl, sending some archers forward with only 2 spears. Got to be careful. If those spears go down, those archers will be very exposed to the horsemen. Horsemen looking to try and torch down the outposts. Horsemen do get quite a few arrows in the butt. And now's Archer v Archer. This is a good fight, you feel, for Szalami. If you get the horseman in position, only 2 spears, not a lot there for 3DB, but Szalami backs off. He's fighting underneath the outpost, won't want to be under there for too long. Now Szalami retreats. Gives 3DB a bit of breathing space to build up his army again. Certainly an extended feud late. 10 minutes on the clock here. And Szalami going for the berries before further farms. But he's slowly adding them around the town centre. Going for a barracks, might be adding some man-at-arms. That could be a nice play for Szalami, recognising that it's quite heavy feudal age play. Might be spearmen. We'll have to see what he decides to go for. No stable on the field though for 3DB, so I would be surprised if it's spearmen. We shall see what he decides to do. It will be man-at-arms, taking advantage of the Holy Roman Empire. It's definitely scalable as the Holy Roman Empire. When you get to the castle age, you can upgrade those early man-at-arms into regular man-at-arms. And you can see now the prelate. There is a secondary prelate there, just inspiring the villagers on wood. Just making some space for the farms around the Aachen Chapel. Looking decent here. Let's take a look at the village account. 37 for Szalami, 38 for 3DB. Don't forget the economy just looking so much better here for Szalami. The army number's starting to build up for 3DB, spending what he has. Doing a great job of spending his resources. Now moving forward somewhat. Got to be careful not to be caught out here because there's quite a sizable army here for Szalami. Quite a few horsemen archers. One man-at-arms in the mix. Going to look to torch down the outpost. 3DB wants to keep that alive as best as possible. I'm just going to get some hits on the scout and on the man-at-arms. The man-at-arms going to tank some of the damage. Now he has to back off there. 3DB microed that well. Took a lot of damage, that man-at-arms. Still not dead yet. Now does die. And the spearmen, a couple of spearmen there for 3DB, getting decent value, but are going to be sniped by the archers from Szalami. Now with the spearmen out of the way, the horsemen can get some good charges on those archers. This is a problem for 3DB. A couple of spearmen do dive in, 3 of them, but they get sniped by the archers from Szalami. This is great micro by Szalami. And now it's a bad fight for 3DB. He has to retreat. Villagers on the wood having to head back to the town centre. 3DB having to retreat, but Szalami won't be able to push in too far. He won't want to dive in too much. There is a town centre there. He's trying to kill as many villagers as he can, get as much eco damage as he can in the feudal age. He won't want to lose everything though, which he might do. He's going to still focus on the villagers. Not enough space. Well, there is enough space. It's just 3DB didn't garrison the villagers. And now Szalami picking apart a lot of the economy. Villager count really dying here. You get the feeling that 3DB is going to need to add a second town centre if he's to have any possibility of winning this match. But holy moly. That was a big fight, and Szalami, the game is certainly swinging in his favour now. 42 villagers to 33. The village count really swaying in one direction now. Don't forget these villagers are being buffed up 40%. A huge engagement there. Really big fight. That could be one of the turning points of this match. The archers in line formation, making sure they get the most damage per second as possible. Led by 4 horsemen, 2 man-at-arms and a single spearman. You've got to love the formation. As the army settles and readies up. Maybe looking to torch down that outpost. Doesn't have much health on it actually. Could be taken down. There is arrow slits. I think we hear prelates coming out. Yep, indeed. There are more and more prelates coming out, making sure that his economy is supervised. Plenty of golds there. Gold villagers not being inspired though. 3DB sending a lot of villagers to wood. Packing up the girl. Needs to abandon that location. Pretty exposed, that deer patch. Aoe4 very exposed there. Archer's gonna sucker through it. You get the feeling that archers aren't in a bad spot here for 3DB. There are only 3 horsemen. There are a couple of man-at-arms, but spearmen on brace on the front there, on the front lines, and Szalami pushing further and further in, and 3DB is cut off from his wood supply. A lot of idle economy here, garrisoning inside the town centre. 3DB won't mind too much the fight, except from the idling. The archers going to be taking a decent fight here for 3DB against the archers from Szalami. Horsemen diving in, town centre firing off. A couple of man-at-arms tanking a lot of the fight, and Khan does use his arrow manoeuvre. Actually, I think it might have been the attack speed arrow. Yeah, it would have been in the attack speed arrow, I would have thought. Now the archers firing off. The horsemen will be going down. Once the horsemen are down, it'll just leave the archers there for Szalami. Szalami going to lose his feudal age army, but he won't necessarily mind too much. He's caused a lot of idle time. But he will lose everything here underneath the town centre, that is for sure. 36 villagers, 31 of whom are idle for 3DB at the moment. 46 villagers, none are idle for Szalami. That is the key difference, but the military relatively even now. Szalami producing back at home, streaming that army, and let's just see where they're gathering, setting them to the front lines. We'll probably need to adjust his gather point here. But things have swung certainly. 3DB does have, or appears to have, a better military at the moment. Similar military numbers, but the military for 3DB altogether taking cost-effective fights against the man-at-arms. Man-at-arms will be tanking. 3DB focusing firing on the archers first. Be interesting to see if 3DB or Rather, Szalami has marching drills. Does appear so. DBee chasing with his archers, quite a heavy on wood it seems, 320 in the bank, yep. A lot of villagers on goal, on wood rather. Maybe looking to get that second town centre now to boost up that village count. He lost a lot. He's lost a lot already, and now it's actually 3DBee who's having to back off. A really back and forth game here. The spearman brace. Gonna focus fire on the horseman first. The man-at-arms numbers starting to really build up for Szalami. That can be good. It's quite hard to counter. Can be kited with the archers, and they do scale those man-at-arms when he gets to the castle age, or if he gets to the castle age, because this is certainly being a feudal age affair at the moment. And Szalami sending another group of army here on the left side, looking to see what damage he can do. But yeah, 3DBee with 800 wood in the bank, I suspect he's going for a second town centre, and he lost a lot. 2 horsemen being put through there by Szalami will be taken down. Bit of a waste there for Szalami. Only a couple of archers on the left side. Let's just see what is gathering at home. I'm going to stream to his army a little bit, and it's going to be horsemen, archers, and man-at-arms still. Putting more production buildings down. Certainly heavy feudal age for the Holy Roman Empire. Not often you see the Holy Roman Empire going feudal age, but we did talk about at the beginning of the game. They do have this capability. The economy is looking better for Szalami, but 3DBee just about to address that with the second down centre. 52 villagers to 41. Villager difference, not all that great, all things considered, but look at the farming economy. Holy farms, those are very nice. All the way around the Aachen Chapel, nicely protected by the town centre as well. A couple of archers going to dive underneath the second town centre. Szalami going to throw away his archers. I don't think that was intentional. He's going to lose everything here. That was a terrible fight for him. And fighting underneath the town centre, he can't really do much about it now. 2 town centres is fighting underneath. Szalami throwing a little bit here, you feel, just lacking a bit of patience. A couple of men-at-arms will be going underneath to do some damage. He's idling a lot of the economy though for this. I'm not sure if it's worth it overall. Losing the army is expensive, but he is idling, so he's not getting this totally for free. Stable barracks being put down. Szalami means business in the feudal age. Gathering just outside the sacred site. There's the army, all down almost for Szalami, fighting into town centres. Man-at-arms pretty tanky here. 2 town centres and the group of archers will take them out. And now 3DBee can breathe again. 55 villagers to 45. It's almost like he's still producing villagers. The second town centre now really starting to make a big difference. Siege engineering coming out for the Holy Roman Empire. Szalami meaning business here in the feudal age. Having said that, he is going up to the castle age now. Should be the Regnus Cathedral, you'd think. It is going to be the Regnus Cathedral at the back of his base, building it with about 17 villages. Is going to rush that castle age time, and then he'll be able to upgrade his man-at-arms. Those man-at-arms will be really tanky and very difficult for a feudal age Mongols to deal with. Meanwhile, Mongols are absolutely nowhere near that castle age. Using from town centres, 2 town centres. Okay, now the villagers, the archers are going to try and micro this down. Quite a few men-at-arms though. Going to focus fire on the archer first, and now he can try and kite the man-at-arms as best as he can. Khan getting involved in the action as well. There is the new age. There is the uptime for Szalami. As you can see, almost immediately upgrade to man-at-arms, getting heavy maces as well, which will increase their bonus damage against heavy targets by +6. There aren't actually any heavy targets on the map. Prelate picking up the relic. That prelate will be taken out, you suspect. Wallow going off here. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. Had to take 2 shots there. 3DBee with a group of archers does get the kill. Relic denied, just for now at least. Here's that outpost there on the right side, still there standing strong. No arrow slits though. Relic could do well to try and grab that relic sneakily. Man-at-arms continuing the chase of these archers. Look at the economy here for Szalami. 60 villagers versus 55, but Szalami's had a better economy for quite some time in terms of villager numbers, but also the Aachen Chapel. Man-at-arms rushing down those archers. There's nothing these archers can do. 3DBee with a fantastic bit of micros, peeling off one archer so that the man-at-arms chase, just so they can keep the others surviving and alive. Man-at-arms are going forward. He's ignoring the army. Also just trying to attack. So a couple of Mangadai. That Mangadai would be able to do decent at kiting. But with only 2, certainly going to need more. Khan is going to be taken down here, you feel. Or maybe not actually, it's just a scout. If that was a horseman, Khan certainly would have died. Man-at-arms diving into the heart of the Mongols' economy. couple of villages there idle for 3DB. Yeah, man-at-arms again keep running around the woodline. Mangadai are involved. Mangadai could just infinitely kite. This is a nice approach by 3DB. They're going for the Mangadai rather. Man-at-arms going to just run underneath the town centre. 3DB would do well to kind of garrison those villages. Nothing garrisoned inside the town centre just yet. Instead he decides to pull those villagers towards the left, going towards the berries. Quite a few pastures around there over. Looks like maneuver arrow was used for the Mangadai. Archers here will be taken up by the man-at-arms. Just a formality there. Mangadai going to try and take out these man-at-arms and doing a decent job at it. Villagers are garrisoned inside the town centre, so again more idle time here for 3DB. But the villager count should be starting to climb for 3DB. 62 versus 65. 3DB certainly catching up. There's lots of catching up to do. But a man-at-arms trying to siege down the outpost, not managing it, struggling. Let's pick up the relic though. One relic being brought in, another relic going forward with that. Not sure why. Might just be the position they put the prelate or clicked on. Man-at-arms again continuously going around that town centre, idling a lot of the economy. I think it's decent value there for Szalami really. Mangadai are on the field here for 3DB, a lot of them. That's a lot of raiding potential, and you get the feeling that Szalami might be raided to death. Getting an outpost in this very nice position can garrison the relics inside, and that would be incredibly strong. 2 relics there garrisoned for the Holy Roman Empire, offering a lot of protection. And it's going to be an archer switch here to try and counter the Mangadai for the Holy Roman Empire. Knights won't be able to do too much damage. Again, 2 Mangadai just moving around and firing. Looks like 3DB sticking around in the feudal age. Another relic being picked up for the Holy Roman Empire and Szalami. A lot of production here for Szalami. A lot of potential. Yep, it is going to be veterancy for the archers to come out. He knows that he's up against Mangadai. An outpost on the sacred side on the left side. Very nice touch there for 3DB, trying to deny those passive gold income sources for the Holy Roman Empire. Another outpost on that sacred site. 3DB showing us how to do it. And there's a Wallow, a couple of Mangadai looking to snipe the pellet, and he does. This is actually a big fight here for 3DB. Got a couple of Mangadai, but he's being taken out by the archers. A very nice massive archers here. And there's the GG. Szalami takes the win. The Holy Roman Empire are victorious over the Mongols today. Szalami getting the victory over 3DB. Very nice game. Back and forth. We saw a fantastic eco from both players. 3DB being raided very heavily. Tried to catch up on the economy, but wasn't enough. Hope you guys enjoyed this casted game. And if you did, do give the video a thumbs up. Take care and see you next time.